welcome to LSMN on YouTube. I'm Brendan Selke, and tonight we have an LASD matchup, volleyball action between the Hebron Ladyhawks and the Flower Mound Lady Jaguars. Starting off with the Flower Mound team this year, it's been a little bit more of a grindy year. You know, they're 7-3, but they had a rough start to the tournament season, and they just weren't clicking on all levels, but now they've kind of turned that season around, and they've been fighting through more on both ends of the ball, and it's kind of been overall not as great as it was before, but much better in this coming half of the season. And then for the Hebron Ladyhawks, it's just been kind of more of a down year this year. They've just been struggling. They've only won two games so far in the season, and they're just trying to find their ways near the end of the season. They're not too close on whatever end it is. They're trying to just click in both ways, whatever it is, and just move through, but it's been a little tough on their side. They have some talents, though, but in Kellen Ginsberg, who's had a great year on the defensive end of the ball. Good defensive specialist, has a ton of digs already this year, really good. And then on that offensive end, you got Hannah Redrow, who's been really good, on the offensive end of the ball. They have some talents they're just kind of trying to move through, especially on the Kellen Ginsberg. She'll be here next year, so that they'll be able to work through. At this point in the season, with only 4 games left, including tonight, they would have to win out and hope for some losses on some other teams' ends to make it into the postseason. So right now they're playing a little bit of spoiler, but also trying to get better for either those seniors going into college or these high school juniors, sophomores, or even freshmen going into next year. They're just trying to get better. And that's all we have for right now here on LSMN Game of the Week. We'll be right back after this.
Signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all. Bubba's 33 and the Colony has it all. With water-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all. Looking for the new hotspot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 and the Colony has it all.
And welcome back here in LSMN Game of the Week between the Hebron Lady Hawks and the Flower Mound Jaguars. We're about to get underway here. And to what I was saying earlier, this Hebron team might not make the playoffs this year, but they have a lot of fight in them. Even last year, they barely reached into the playoffs. There was a playoff play-in against Capella, and they made it in, and they made it all the way to the 4th round. So this team always has fight in them. It'd be love to see what they bring out tonight. And then for this Flower Mound side, this Flower Mound side has made the playoffs the past 5 years and been pretty much dominant since Jamie Siegel took over in 2018. They won that state championship that year, and ever since they've been pretty dominant. And then now they've taken a little bit more rough bumps. Capel and Plano West, and of course Marcus have all been top teams here in District 6A. So it's been a little bit more of a grindy year for them. Still really good. We'll definitely see what they have here, especially nearing the end of the season. Almost secured a playoff spot, still have a little bit more work to do, depending on seeding. But they've had a great year so far. Hope for them is they got a good senior front with 4 with Logan Hellman, Ava Cinciarello, Emily Salmons, and Kitty Vargas. Those got women are going to lead them up front. Of course, Kitty Vargas is DS, and then you have Emerson Dement, who's going to be on the floor a lot for this team. It's a junior. She's the DS. She's going to be on court almost all the time, and she's about to come in here to start the match. We're about to get underway here as Flower just got their players all on the court. If you're looking out for some Hebron players to watch tonight, you have Kaylin Ginsberg right in the defensive end, Mackenzie Kudson, and then Hannah Redrow is going to be, you're going to see her a lot with the offense side of the ball, going to get a lot of kills. She's their middle hitter who's also a senior this year. She's been dominant all year. And you have Cadence McDonald and Haley Kurtzetter, both sophomores, but both very talented here for this young Lady Hawks team. It's about to get underway here with the first serve of the night. And there's a quick point there by St. Laurent to get Claremont on the board early with her first kill of the night. As the Jaguars get started early in this one, as Audrey Jackson now about to take the serve. Back to St. Laurent. Goes for another kill. This one's get digged out. Over to Watson. Watson's get blocked and a good save there by O'Brien. St. Laurent goes for the dip and it works out. She gets her second kill of the night early. Both points for the Jaguars. Really good start here for Flower Mound. Jackson takes the serve once again. When digged out, goes straight back to the Jaguars. Real Watson, this one doesn't get over the net, and that's going to be a foul there on their end, and Hebron's going to get their first point of the night. 2-1. As now Olivia Lowry comes in here for the first time. She's going to be taking the serves in replace of Whitney Sample. There's Watson once again. A little fake attempt there on Salmon's end, and then Watson just comes over the top and able to get it. So now number 4, Caroline Treadwell, comes in for Liz Goodspeed. Cadence Madongo just shoots that one into the net there, and it's going to be another point here for the Jaguars. As now Emerson Dement is in here to take the serves. And blocked by Flower Mound, straight back to Hebron. Hebron goes up for the kill, and a good save there by Jackson. Over to Watson, and Kaylin Ginsburg's not able to dig this one out. And Watson gets her second kill of the night. Now the Jags are up 5-1 here early in the first set. As we go for the little tip over, but Dement's right there. Good save there by the Hawks. Over to Watson once again, and she gets her second straight and her third of the night. What a kill there, just kind of overpowers the Lady Hawks. And Flower Mound is just firing on all cylinders right now, up 6-1. That goes for a little bit of a slower serve there. Back over to Watson. Watson with the kill, and this one gets tipped off, and it's going to be another point for Flower Mound. It's going to be Watson's third straight kill. This one's just kind of pushed out there by O'Brien. And the Hawks are going to get their second point of the night. O'Brien's not able to control that one. Now Ginsburg takes the serve. Now St. Laurent, and this one gets tipped out, and she's going to get another kill tonight. St. Laurent and Watson off to great starts for the Jaguars. His name, Ava Cinrello, is going to come back in, as well as Liz Goodspeed. Excuse me, Logan Hallman. The little tip over there by Treadwell doesn't work out. Go over to Hebron, and then Aaron Cinrello is not able to keep this one alive, as Cadence McDonald is going to get her first points of the night, as now she comes out for Caden Hanley. She's going to take the serves and replace McDonald. Even trying to claw their way back into this first set, going down 8-1 early. This one's just going to go, and it does hit the line. It's going to be an ace there for Hanley. Seburn's clawing the way back into this one. Hanley once again. Back over to St. Laurent. This one gets tipped, and it's going to go out, and she's going to get another kill on the night. Adding up to her totals already tonight. Both her and Watson off to great starts. Goes for the little tip over. Good keep up by Dement. A dig there by Hanley, and it works out, and it's going to get tipped out there by Watson. It's going to be a point for Hebron. As now Cutson and Sample are going to come in for the Hawks. Goodson takes the serve. Good keep up there by Ginsburg. And there's the kill that does it. Kaylin Treadwell ends the rally there. Gives the Jaguars a 5-point cushion as Liz Goodspeed comes back into the game for the Jaguars. Treadwell takes a serve, almost gets the ace, and she will. So the Hawks weren't able to keep it up. As Treadwell will take the serve again. This one's just going to go over, and Kurtstetter is going to able just to dunk it down there. Kurtstetter takes the serve now. Goodspeed tries to go for the little tap over. And there's Goodspeed once again, and she's going to get a second chance as he's going to make the most of it. He's going to get a kill here. So now O'Brien is going to come into the game. And St. Laurent's going to also come back in. And now the Hebron Lady Hawks are going to call a timeout. Down 12-6 here in the first set. It's been all Jaguars so far. They've really been firing in all cylinders. Just Hebron hasn't really had much to stop it. Both St. Laurent and Watson have had great starts to the game, both getting kills, a ton of kills on both sides. I mean, even St. Laurent came out for a few minutes and still has 4 kills on the night so far. And then Watson has moved all over the court. She hasn't came out yet. And when she was in the front court, she had a few kills of her own, both leading this Jaguars offense so far. The Hebron side, they've had some bright spots so far. They had Cutson, who had a good few showing, and then of course Redrow, who's been really their offense so far. They just have to find a way to bounce back here. I'm sure Keenany, their head coach, is going to try to fix something out here, especially knowing this is the first set. This is the biggest set of the game, trying to get that momentum going into later sets. So we come back out of the timeout here. So O'Brien's going to take the serve for the Jaguars. A little tap over there to save it, almost worked. And this one's going to find an open area there for Hannah Redrow, who gets another kill on the night. It was to tap that one over. As McDonald comes into the game, and so does Nichols. Kinley Nichols for the Hawks. Up there for Goodspeed. She doesn't get a lot on it. A good dig out there by O'Brien. And it's blocked there by the Jaguars. Goes straight back over to their side. Back over to Jackson, and a great dig, but it's just going to kick out. It's going to be a point for the Jaguars. Good effort there by Kinley Nichols, though, able to dig that one out. It was a really strong attempt there by Jackson. Really did lead to the point there for the Jaguars. Now she will take the serve for the Firemound. As Lament Sends this one up. It's just going to go straight out there for Jackson, and Hebron will get the point. Now they bring in Lowry, as well as Hoke. And now Lowry will take the serves. And this one's just going to go straight out. It's going to be another point for Flower Mound. Up 14-8 here in this first set. Been all them so far. As now Emerson Dement's going to take the serve. That's going to be a kill there for Red Row. And now she's going to come out for Kierstetter. After this timeout, it's kind of been back and forth so far between the Jaguars and the Lady Hawks. No one really gaining any ground or gaining even more ground. Kind of just been at this 5-point deficit since the timeout. It's been set up here to St. Laurent. Digged out there by Nichols. And a good dig there by Dement. Over to Watson. It's blocked. Able to be tapped straight back over by the Jaguars. And this one's just not going to be able to get enough power on it as McDonald. As number 8, Avery Sincarlo is going to come in for the Jaguars. It's 15-9. And Howland is going to take the serve. 17, and it's a good dig out by her. Back and Cirillo. Now once again, back over to Watson. She goes for the kill and it gets tipped down. It's going to be a point for the Jaguars. So now they're gaining some ground here, up by 7. Howland takes the serve. Set up to Hoke. Can't find some open space on the floor. Over to Jackson. Switches sides. That tip there by the Jaguars, and Jackson isn't able to get a hand on it. Hebron will get a point. Now Kendall Hanley will come back in for the Hawks. Be tipped over, and it's going to be a point there for the Jaguars. Sincarlo. It's her second kill on the night. As Brianna Watson will now take the serves. This one's digged out by Ginsburg. They're going to say it touched the floor, and it's going to be a point for the Jaguars and a kill for Watson. Good attempt there by Ginsburg. But now Watson takes a serve. Up 8. And what a kill there by Kierstetter. Got a lot of power on her end. And Watson wasn't able to get to it. As now Cutson and Sample come back in for the Hawks. Now Cutson will take the serves. And this one's just going to go straight out and will be a point for the Jaguars. So now Treadwell will take the serve. Digged out by Treadwell. Over to Jackson. And then we'll get the point here. Another kill for her. Up by 9 here. Need 5 points for the set. Then all Flower Mound. They've not really been able to find their footing. throw here on Hebron. It's going to be another point for the Jaguars. Up by 10. Really just creating all the space right now. Only need 4 points to win the set. Now Treadwell goes for the serve again. As Kierstetter gets another kill. This one tipped again, and it just finds a hole right in front of Watson. As now Dement will come back in for Treadwell. Now Alex Lambert will take the serve for the Hawks. Back over there to Audrey Jackson, and she just gets a lot of power on it, gets another kill, and they get their lead back to 10. So now O'Brien will come back in, and so will St. Laurent. O'Brien with the serve and doesn't get enough on it. Will be a point for Hebron. Hebron has a lot of work to do if they want to come back in this set. Down 9 right now, and Flowermont only needs 3 more points to win the set. Would take a miracle to come back into this one. Go to Jackson, and Jackson gets another kill. There's so much power on that. Hebron didn't even want to get in front of it. And now Audrey Jackson will take the serve. She's only a sophomore. She still has 2 more years after this. Flowermont has themselves a good one right now as Ginsburg pushes that one back over. Over to Godspeed, and this one gets blocked but kept up miraculously there. And St. Laurent goes for the little bump over, and it works. Everything seems to be going the right way for the Jaguars right now. They only need 1 more point for match point and to win this first set. Been total domination right now. Here comes Jackson with the serve again. Gets it over. With St. Laurent, and she saves it. She keeps it up, and Jackson's able to push it back over. This one's just going to get tipped, and there, Red Row gets that one over. She's going to get her 3rd kill of this set. Hebron is staying alive. Now Olivia Laurie will come back in here, take the serves. Sets up St. Laurent. St. Laurent gets it and tips over, and Flowermont will win the first set. They completely dominated. They will win this one 25-14. That's all we have for this first set. We'll be right back here on LSMN Game of the Week.
Bubba's 33 and the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all.
And welcome back here to LSMN Game of the Week here on YouTube between the Flower Mound Jaguars and the Hebron Ladyhawks. Flower Mound won the first set commandingly 25-14, as Jamie Siegel has to be very happy with that first set put on there by her players. She's a pretty good resume, as in 2018, her first year as the Jaguars head coach. She won the Coach of the Year in USA Today, which are leading them to the state championship. You know, she's 162-34 in her Flower Mound career, and they've yet to miss the playoffs under her control. I don't think that will end this year, as Watson tries to keep this one up, and they're just not able to, as he won't get the first point of this set. As Olivia Lowry will take the serves here for Hebron. Watson keeps it up. Over to Jackson. They're able to keep it alive. Get over to St. Laurette. She tries to just bump it over softly. Almost works. It's a little tap over. And Watson's not able to get to it. And Hebron off to a quick start. 2-0. Whatever Karen Keeney, the head coach for the Hebron, said after that first set, it seems to be working so far here for the Hawks. Out to a quick start. Stement keeps that one up. Over to Jackson. And this one's just going to go straight out, and the Jaguars are able to get their first point of the second set. As Audrey Jackson takes the serves here for the Jaguars. Up here for Hebron. Over to Red Row. Over to Watson, and it gets blocked here. Right there by Red Row. So now she'll come out for Kierstetter. So now Kaylin Ginsberg will take the serves. Set up for Watson. And just overpowers it, just too much behind it, and Hebron will get another point here early, up 4-1. Ginsberg takes the serve. Godspeed blocked there by Hebron. Now over to Watson. Bird sets up Hoke. Tries to find some space, not able to. Great dig out there by Nichols. As now Dement keeps it up for Flower Mound. Over to St. Laurette, and this one goes over. Just a little bubble over almost. And Ginsberg's not able to dig it out. Now Dement will take the serve. As good speed comes out for the Jaguars. And just finds the open space there, does McDonald. Seems to be a space there on that right side, as you can see here. And St. Laurent's just not able to get to it. Now Kendall Hanley will take the serve, as Hebron's up 5-2 here in the second set. And this one does stay in, and she'll get the ace. The Jaguars just left it thinking it would go out, and it just find a little bit of that court. A little bit of a turn of events here. Flower Mound had the first set under reps the whole way through, and now Hebron's came out the second set and just flat out dominated so far. Over on Flower Mound seems a bit lost here, as Hebron has all the control, up 7-2. 3 straight points. As Hanley will take the serve once again. Hanley over and just puts too much on it, and it'll go straight out. Flower Mound will get their second point. As now Howman will come back in. and so went Carlo. Really just a turn of events here. Hebron has all the momentum right now. After it seemed like they had none after that first set when Flower Mound just won 25-14 and just flat out dominated. But now Hebron's got it under wraps so far. Over to Kierstetter and just not able to find it, and it's going to be blocked there by Flower Mound. Able to find some space. Now Flower Mound gets back-to-back points, trying to crawl their way back into this early second set. And it's tipped there, and it's able to find the floor. There is Kierstetter to get another kill. As now Sample will come back in, and so will Mackenzie Cutson. Now she'll take the serves. Good quick go there for the Jaguars. Doesn't work out. Back over, and this will be a point for the Jaguars. We call a two-touch there on Hebron. As now Brianna Watson takes the serve. It's going to be an ace for her. As Ginsburg keeps it up, but nobody else on Hebron was able to get to it. Now Flower Mound's only down 2. Ginsburg digs that one out. Just too weak, and it's going to be another point for Flower Mound, as Kierstetter wasn't able to get enough on it. As Watson takes the serve again. Be another point here for Flower Mound. Now it's 8-8. What a lead of 4 was for Hebron is now tied. This one kept up there by Carlo, but it goes to nobody. Goes straight to the Flower Mound bench, actually, and he won't get right back on top. Now Redrow will come back into the game for Hebron. Her offensive ability in that first bet was a bright spot for the Hawks. Watson keeps this one up. Goes over to Jackson. Jackson puts a lot of power on it. Digged out by Hebron. They're able to keep it up. Then sets it up again here. There for Treadwell, and it's just too much power on it. And neither Cutson or Kierstetter was able to get to it. As now Kierstetter will come back out for Ginsburg. Get that libero back out there for Hebron. There's their leader on defense. Now Treadwell will take the serve for Jaguars, and that one will go straight out. And a back and forth now after Flower Mound tied it up. As now Dement will come back in for the Jaguars. And Kinley Nichols will come back in to take the serves. And she's not able to get enough on it. It's going to be a point for the Jaguars. Knotted up 10-10 here. As O'Brien and St. Laurent will come in for the Flower Mound. Bryan takes the serve. Keep up there by Dement. Over to Jackson. Jackson puts too much power on it, and Cutson is not able to get to it. Another kill there for Jackson. She's having herself a night. As Flower Mound finds their first lead of the second set, up 11-10. Over to Sample, kept up. Over to St. Laurent. St. Laurent puts too much power on it. So now we're tied once again, going back and forth here in this second set. Now Sample will come out for Lowry. Lowry takes a serve. Kept up. Back over to Goodspeed. Goodspeed tries to just dump it over. Doesn't work. It's blocked there by Flower Mound. Kept up. They're going to say she touched the net. It's going to be a point for Flower Mound. Now Audrey Jackson will take the serve. Taps it over. Good dig out there. Nobody is there to keep it up. Sophie Hoke was able to touch it up, but Ginsburg wasn't able to get to it. As Audrey Jackson gets herself an ace. Again, miscommunication, and it's just going to go off a Hebron player and hit the floor. Now Flower Mound finds himself a 3-point lead, and that's going to be enough for Karen Keeney that she always needs to see, and she calls a timeout here, down 3. After once a 4-point lead early in the second set, Flower Mound finds themselves, is now able to make it a 3-point lead here, 14-11. This second set. Started off all Hebron. They seem to have all the momentum after a little bit of a rough first set. And then now in the second set, Flower Mound's just been able to claw themselves back into it. It's just been all them since then. It was a little bit back and forth there. But now Flower Mound seems to be pulling away here. Midway through the second set, already took the first set from a score of 25-14. As now both teams will come back onto the court. As now Audrey Jackson will take the serve. Here, and it gets tipped up, a good dig out. Dement sets up St. Laurent. She tries to dump it over, but Ginsburg keeps it up. Over here, and just finds a space there for McDonald. Another kill for her. They were able to get on the board after the timeout. Kaylin Ginsburg will take the serves now for the Hawks. Over to Dement. I set up Watson over here, not able to get to it, and they're just not able to keep it up. Dement wasn't able to get it up high enough, and Flower Mound was just in shambles after that. Hebron coming out hot after that timeout. Set up here for good speed. Good dig out there by Nichols. O'Brien sets up Watson, and it works out. Another kill for her on the night. So now Emerson Dement will take the serve. 15-13 here in the second set. Much closer than the first set. And up here, able to kept up by Flower Mound. They're able to push it back over. Tip over. Here to set up Watson. Watson goes for it, and it's going to be called out. Almost pins it on the line there. As now McDonald will come out. And Hanley will come in. And so will Addison Berry. Kept up here. Set up for good speed for Treadwell, And there's that quick attack they like to do, where they kind of just put her in movement. She just finds the space in the middle of the floor. So number 7, Logan Howman will take the serves here for Flower Mound. A 2-point lead here. Back and forth here in the second set. Big down, and they're going to say that one is tipped. And that will be a kill there for Sophie Hoke. As now Cameron Fremount will come in, and so will Mackenzie Cutson. Now Mackenzie Cutson will take the serves here for Hebron. Mackenzie Cutson takes her time here. Now gets the serve off. The setup here for Watson. Down slowly, and no one on Hebron is able to get to it. As now Watson will go back to taking serves. And this dig just isn't able to find anybody. Just put a little bit too much power on it there by Caberine Freymouth. Now Brianna Watson takes the serve again. Dice go for the little dunk over, doesn't work out. Over to Jackson. And they're gonna say that one's in, it's gonna hit the line. Another kill for Jackson on the night. Now a 4-point advantage for the Jaguars. Watson with the serve again. And it's blocked there by Flower Mound. Treadwell and Jackson up front. 20-15, and that will be another timeout here for Karen Keeney, her second of the set. As now Flower Mound is up 5 here, 20-15. And now that we have the time, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Bubba's 33, who brought us some delicious shrimp pasta today, as well as some salad. It was both very good, and we all enjoyed it. We appreciate that. Make sure to go down to them for almost anything. You can order anything on their menu, from chicken strips all the way up to that shrimp pasta. I enjoy it all, and I know the rest of our crew did as well. Thank you again to Bubba's 33 for sponsoring this LSMN Game of the Week. Flower Mound is up 20-15 here in this second set. Taking the first set 25-14. Looking to go 2-0 and have the chokehold on this volleyball matchup here tonight. Hebron has a comeback to make once again, down 5. Has 5 points to spare on the Flower Mound end. As Watson back out for the serves. And Brianna Watson's not able to get to dig that one out, and Hebron will get the point back. 20-16. As now Haley Kurtzster will take the serves. Over kept up by Dement. Over to Audrey Jackson. She has to back up a little. And it almost works out, and Hebron makes a good effort to keep it up. Over here to Simcarolo. She gets a lot on and able to get the kill for Flower Mound. Bit of a wonky point there, but it works out for Flower Mound's end. Liz Goodspeed comes back into the game for Dement. Up front. So now Flower Mound will go through their up front rotations. 5 here, and it's just too much power there on Hero Red Rose end, and Flower Mound's not able to take care of it. So now McDonald will come back into the game, as well as Nichols for Hebron. 4 points, 21-17. Flower Mound needs 4 points to win this second set. Hebron trying to come back and tie this up 1-1 here in this match. They go for that quick play again, and it just goes straight out. And Hebron's able to get another point, only down 3 now. Nichols to take the serve. Watson keeps it up. Back over to Watson in the middle. Ginsburg puts enough to keep it up. Hebron's able to push it back over. Over to Cimarello, and it finds the floor. She gets another kill. Effective rotation for her. So Bryan comes back into the game, as well as St. Laurent for Logan Howman. Flower Mound needs 3 points here to close out this second set and go up 2-0. As O'Brien takes the serve. Makes that, moves over and hits it dead in the corner. Bit of a snipe there by Redway. Now Sophie Hoke and Olivia Lowry come back in here for Hebron. 29-19 here in the second set. A decisive set 2. Lowry take the serve. The men's able to keep it up over to Jackson. Jackson puts a lot of power on it and gets another kill here for Flower Mound. Audrey Jackson having herself a night. A star on this Flower Mound end. Now Audrey Jackson with the serve. And there will be a point here for Flower Mound. Foul there on Hebron. And now they have match point, 24-19. Jackson just shoots it over. The setup red row, kept up. Dement's ready here. She moves it over to St. Laurent, and that one's blocked there by Hebron. Get it back to 24-20. There's now some quick subs for Kierstetter. And now Kaylin Ginsburg will take the serve. To set up St. Laurent. St. Laurent for the win. And she'll get it in. Flower Mound wins the second set 25-20. Going into the third set. Flower Mound has 2, Hebron none. And we'll be right back here on LSMN Game of the Week for set 3.
Spot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 in the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all. Looking for the new hot spot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 in the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all.
And welcome back here to LSMN Game of the Week here on YouTube. Brought to you by Bubba's 33. And Flower Mound took the first two sets commandingly, 25-20, and then the first set, 25-14, as now they could win it here in this third set. Hebron's trying to stay in it here. Had a good start to the second set, had almost all the momentum, and then just Flower Mound just fought back, and then the Hawks just didn't have too much fight back with them. Now Flower Mound will try to close this one out. Hebron trying to keep it alive. As Nealon Coles will take the serve. Open up here, and it goes straight out there by Audrey Jackson. Not a good dig on her part. But he won't get on the board first. Nealon Coles again. Kept up. Set up St. Laurent in the middle. And just kicks straight back out. It's going to be 2 quick first points here on both sides. St. Laurent getting another kill to add to her totals tonight. Now Hannah Redrow to take the serve. Kill, this one gets tipped over but kept up. Over to Watson. Watson put so much power on it. And just not able to get to it is Sophie Hoke. And Flower Mound goes up 2-1. Audrey Jackson. Moving over here, there is Redrow. Gets into position and snipes it out. Gets that corner once again. Tied 2-2 here. Going back and forth to start. And now Lowry is here to take the serves for Hebron. At the setup, St. Laurent. She goes for the pushover, and it does work. Ginsburg's not able to get to it. About the third or fourth time she's done that tonight. Just a little bump over, and it just finds a hole in between that front line and that back line for Hebron. Set up there, and will it be a kill? No, Ginsburg keeps it up. What a play on her end. And it's blocked there by Flower Mound. Hebron great on the defensive end right now to keep things up. Flower Mound tries to set up here. St. Laurent. Good deed to keep it up there by Lowry. Over to this side. It's blocked, kicked up by Flower Mound though. Over here to Watson. This one gets blocked. Back over now to St. Laurent. And this one goes over. What a point there. Just back and forth. Good defense on both ends. And then just St. Laurent puts too much power on it. Hebron will get the point. 3-3. Now Kaylin Ginsburg will take this serve. Over here, St. Laurent, she goes for the little bump over. Ginsburg's ready for it that time. This one just goes straight back off the net there by Sophie Hoke. That point is now St. Laurent comes out. So does O'Brien. There's now Logan Howman will come in. So will Sincarlo. Logan Howman to take the serves. Shoot over here. Watson keeps it up. Over to Sinrello. She tries to go for the pushover. Not able to get enough on it to get it over the net. Just pushes it into the net there. As now Addison Berry will come in, as well as Hanley. It's 4-4 here. Back and forth to start in the first 8 points. Hanley takes the serve. And just nobody was there. Just a bit of a miscommunication, it seemed to be, between Treadwell and Audrey Jackson on the Flower Mound end. Nobody went after the ball there. And Hebron able to take the advantage. There it is, Treadwell. She just gets in the middle there and able to find the open space. 5-5 now. It seems to be that one team gets 1 point and the next team comes back with 2 more, and it's just been a cycle so far. No one really breaking through in this crucial third set here. And this one's just going to kick out there. Addison Very just can't find the floor. And now it's 6-5 for Flower Mound. Watson will take the serve once again. Set up, and this one gets tipped, and Dement's not able to get to it. Now Hebron gets the point. So they'll bring in Fremouth as well as Mackenzie Knutson. As Cutson takes the serve here. Aired, set up Treadwell, not able to get enough power on it that time. Over to McDonald, and it's blocked. A good keep up, good dig on her end. Over to this side, and she's not able to get it over as Very. 7-6 here. As Liz Goodspeed comes back in. Little tip over there, but Treadwell's able to get to it. Over to Cinerello, kept up by Watson. This time over to Jackson. She gets enough power on it. It gets tipped out there by Kierstetter, and Hebron's not able to get to it. Flower Mound with the first 2-point advantage. 8-6. They win this one. They win the game up 2-0 after the first 2 sets. Over to Very. Very not able to find some space. Treadwell sets up Watson. Watson not able to get enough on it. As now Treadwell comes back out for Dement. They set up Jackson here. She tries to go for the little tap over. Doesn't work. And that's going to be 3 touches there, and it'll be a point for Flower Mound. Just not a very good set. And it seems to be that Fremouth wasn't able to get it over. And now Chloe O'Brien will take the serves for Flower Mound. Back to their 2-point advantage. Will someone get there? Yes, it will. They will. Hebron pushes it over. Set up for Goodspeed there, and she just kind of knocks it over. Does the little tap over. Now up 3. Flower Mound starting to pull away. Bryan were able to take the serve again. To Fremouth. This one gets blocked there by Flower Mound, as now they're ready to set it up. Over to Jackson. Jackson puts some power on it, blocked by Hebron. Back over to Goodspeed, and Ginsburg's not able to dig it out. Just go straight out of bounds. Flower Mound building their own advantage. As you can see here, Ginsburg's just not able to take control of it. This one hits the net. Chloe O'Brien to set it up. Over to Watson. Watson puts it over. Over to Fremouth. Fremouth. And they're going to say it's in. Kind of snipes the edge there. Gets a point back for Hebron. Serve here. Set up here over to Goodspeed. She switches sides. Now over to Fremouth for Hebron. Which it back over to Jackson here for Mound, and she just uses that power that she's used all night. She's having herself a night here. Up 4 is Flower Mound, 12-8. Neutral match 3 as Flower Mound starting to build the advantage. Sets up almost nobody. Ginsburg's able to get to it. Just not able to get enough power on it is Sophie Oler. Flower now builds a 5-point advantage. Audrey Jackson take the serve. Over to Red Row, and there is Red Row. And a Red Row with another kill on the night. Now Sophie Hoke will come back in. As well as Olivia Lowry for Hebron. She's ready to take the serves as well. There for Audrey Jackson once again, and this one gets tipped and out. Another kill for her. Continues to have a very good night for the Fairmount end. Emerson DeBent now to take the serve. She's this one over. Set up for Red Row. And there is Red Row once again. Back and forth kills here on both sides. 14-10. So now Red Row comes out here for Haley Kierstetter. Switching the two great hitters there on the Hebron side. As now Ginsburg gets ready to take the serve. Set up St. Laurent. St. Laurent's able to tap that one over as Ginsburg's not able to get control of it. So now it's 15-10. And now St. Laurent comes out here for Logan Hellman. As well as Averson Carolo comes back in. Hellman takes a serve. And this one's just going to get tipped out. Hellman's not able to get control of it. So now number 15 Hanley comes in, as well as Addison Berry. Fairmount side having themselves a night so far. Going for the sweep of 15-11 right now. Here for Watson. Watson puts it all power, not able to keep control as Hebron. DeMent sets it up here for Audrey Jackson. She just shoots it over. And just too much power on his Sophie Hope. Who's saying Fairmount's going for the sweep. Won the first set 25-14. Won the second set 25-20. And now have themselves a 16-11 lead here in the third set. And Watson takes the serve. Over here, and this one hits the net, and it does find the floor. Carroll left it, and it did hit the floor there for Hebron as they will point, but it seems to be that there is a foul there on the Hebron side. 17-11. One gets smacked over, and Watson's not able to get to it, and it will be a kill for Haley Kierstetter. As now Mackenzie Coodson comes back in, as well as Cambry Freymouth. As Mackenzie Coodson takes the serve. 17-12. Up Treadwell there. Ginsburg able to get to it. Back at it. Watson keeps it up. So Fairmount keeps it up now. Cinderella pushes it back over. And Fairmount's able just to slap it over. Kind of just a bit of a messy point there. Back in both sides. So Fairmount's able to get the point. DeMent comes out here for Liz Goodspeed. Treadwell to take the serve. Shoots it over the right side. Treadwell now to take it back up. And there's Goodspeed right off the bench. There's that strong kill. Targets Haley Kierstetter targets Watson. Able to get the point on her. As now Treadwell comes out for DeMent. 18-13 now in this third set. Up. They set up Jackson. Jackson comes up and that's in. Another kill for her. 19-13. Fairmount only needs 6 more points. As you can see here, overpowering is just able to find the edge. Now St. Laurent comes back in. And so does Chloe O'Brien for Flower Mound. This one set up here for Very. Now on Dement for Flower Mound. Over to St. Laurent, the new sub. She tries to find a space, not able to. Gonna be a two-touch there on the Flower Mound end. It's gonna be a point for two-touch on the Hebron end, my bad. Gonna be a point for Flower Mound, up 7. Need 5 points to win the game. Going for the sweep. O'Brien takes the serve, and it will find a hole, and she'll get an ace. Flower Mound now just pulling away, just inches closer to winning this one. But all Flower Mound here in this third set. Started off close, then Flower Mound just started to pull away here now. Over to Very. I'm going to be able to set up Jackson. And it works again. Gets another kill on the night. Audrey Jackson. Only need 3 points away now. And Karen Heaney doesn't like what she sees, knowing the game is almost coming to an end here. 22-13 for Flower Mound. Only need 3 more points to win this one. She wants her team to talk it over. It's been all Flower Mound here tonight. That first set, they really just took care of business, just went out there and dominated. The second set was awfully closer, started off very good for Hebron. Just Flower Mound found a way to fight back, and that's what good teams do, especially going to these playoffs here. Hebron's just going to look to maybe bounce back here. They would need a miracle to come back in this one, down 9. Have to win this set, and then the next two that follows that. And they have themselves a lot of work to do in this set if they want to come back. 22-13. As Flower Mound comes back on the court here. Chloe O'Brien take the serve once again. Seems that here Watson needs to be taped up. This said, she's had herself a good night. Brianna Watson, a junior outside hitter, but she's really played all over the court tonight for Flower Mound. Down number 4, Rivera comes in. Good on the defensive end. Goes for the little tap over. Set up here for Audrey Jackson. She sets back. Almost able to get enough on it. Now over to Freymouth. Good dig out there by Watson. Now St. Laurent. And just puts too much power on it. Will be a point for Flower Mound. 2 points away from winning this one here tonight. And now Chloe O'Brien will take the serve once again. As now Flower Mound has really pulled away. Audrey Jackson takes the serve there. Good keep in there by Rivera. Blocked by Flower Mound. Hebron to set up again. And this one just goes straight out. 1 more point here for Flower Mound. 24-13. O'Brien. Over here for Hebron. This one set up, good keep up. Will Watson get to it? They won't be able to. Will be a point for Hebron. 24-14, as they will make some subs. Kinlan Nichols comes in, as well as Lowry. Excuse me, Sophie Oler will come in. Over here, set up for Audrey Jackson. She's had herself a night, and she will win it here for Flower Mound. As they win it in 3 sets, 25-14. Audrey Jackson, the star of the night for Flower Mound. She had herself a night, a ton of kills. She really was the leader, especially as sophomore. She has a bright future here at Flower Mound. Flower Mound wins the first set, 25-14. They win the second set, 25-20, and then they win the third set at a score of 25-14 again. There's pure domination here for Flower Mound tonight, as Hebron is almost officially eliminated here tonight from the playoff. Flower Mound looking going strong to the playoffs here. Good games on both sides. And that's all we're going to have here tonight. Thank you for watching LSMN Game of the Week as Flower Mound wins 3-0. A big shout out to our director, Haley Baker, our technical director, Harley Smith, and our producers, Patrick Beals and Brendan Jackson. For everyone here at LSMN, thank you for watching and have yourselves a good night.